everyone, today I wanted to do a mid-year update on our group or family subjects in our homeschool. So we did okay. We fell behind in a couple of areas, but overall, I mean, I'm pleased with how we did. The areas that we kind of fell behind in is just because I planned too much, and so I'm really going to be taking that into account as I plan for our spring semester. But anyway, I thought I would just kind of take you through and give you an update on what we did, what we didn't do, and how things went. So, and I'm sure I'll forget some things, and if I did, you can ask me in the comments and I'll try to talk about it. But I added in things on top of what I had already planned. But in general, we got a lot done. So this was my family subjects, one of my schedules, I think. I don't have like everything to show you because I didn't, like, stuff that we finished well before the end of the semester, I didn't dig out again. And I'm sure I've talked about it in a monthly update, but we did game logic. That was fun. We completed it. Let's see, Power of the People. Where is it? Not that I really need to show you because there's nothing in it that, this is just my teacher copy, but Power of the People using the, I think it's called RAD, American History A to Z or something like that. That is going fine. We didn't start it until when? Week 11. So we made it through H is for Whole House. And then when we come back from break, we will start letter I, and that'll take us through the end of the year. It's going fine. We just do it during our group work on Friday. So that was fine. We're actually quite enjoying it. Let's see. It does take more time to get through than I had originally planned. So a lot of these group subjects, that was kind of the problem, is they just took longer to get through than I thought that they would. But that's fine. I'll make adjustments for second semester. Let's see. Big ideas for Curious Minds. This is, can you even see, do I have everything in the frame? Hopefully I do. Big ideas for Curious Minds. We, one day a week, read a section from here, the lesson, or I guess the big idea, and then there's usually a philosopher to read about. So we did that. We are, I think, on track with this one. Yeah. So when we come back, we will start on Big Idea 21, which is for week 19. I don't think you can see that, but I had marked this at the beginning of the year. So yeah, it's going fine. We read it out loud, or sometimes we take turns reading, and we'll pass the book around the table, and then they do just a little journal entry about it, to kind of connect it to their own life or kind of what meaning they got from it. So that's going fine. And then, oh, actually, no, we're fine, because I had, are we fine? I can't remember. We may be off by a couple. Oh, yeah, we are. We did not. Oh, darn it. I forgot that this is one, in order to get through the whole thing in the school year, we had to do 2 ideas over our Christmas break, and we did not do those. So Christmas break is not done yet, so we will have to finish those, but I totally forgot about that. I'm tired. Like, this first semester really, really wore me out mentally. So anyway, I guess we're not as on track with that as I thought, but we will be. We'll finish those up. Okay, let's see. Yeah, so that takes us on week 23 will be our last week of that, and then we'll move into the short and curly guide to life. So, but yeah, it's going fine. All right. Our creative writing, it went well, but I realized pretty early into the year that I was going to have to adjust, because my plan was to work through picture books in the first semester, and then move on to chapter books, like studying chapter books and eventually writing our own chapter book in the second semester. And that was dumb. I don't know why I thought we could do all that, because we couldn't. But so what I decided pretty early on is we were just going to focus on studying different picture books and doing our creative writing first semester, and then use that to write our picture book second semester. We were originally going to write the picture book this semester. So other than that, a little adjustment that I had to make. Things went fine. The kids each have their creative writing folder. Every week we did, we studied some picture books, and studying some picture books using, let's see, these two books. And then we did some kind of creative writing assignment related to that. So I used these writing centers from Keep It Fresh Writing Centers. So we did all of these. Plus we had some other creative writing that I added in. We did a gingerbread one on our last week before Christmas break. And we did some things when we did our bias and stereotyping unit as well. So that went well. I enjoyed it. The kids really enjoyed kind of studying different picture books. We looked at illustrations. We looked at all kinds of things in picture books, different text structures, and all of that. And then the original plan was to then move in to write our picture. The original plan was to also study illustration and then write our own picture book using, I have two of these little create your own sets. And then second semester to move into chapter books using these two books. So these, we're not doing these second semester. I had a couple of writing centers also to go along with the chapter book. So I don't know when we will do this, but it's not going to be this school year. So yeah, that one is, unfortunately, we can't fit it all in. So what we are going to do then second semester is work on our picture book. So they will likely pick something from their creative writing binder, like some of the creative writing they did last semester, to kind of be the jumping off point for their picture book, possibly. And then we will go further into looking at book illustration as they work on developing their picture book. And so we will end the semester with this. And then, thank you, a few other things. We will still do this study of the Caldecott Medal. And then I have one in here for the Newbery, but I don't know that we'll do that since we're not going to focus on chapter book second semester. I'm not sure, but we'll still do the Caldecott one. And yeah, so basically we're going to be working on creating the picture book second semester. We did all of our picture book study first semester, focused in more on the illustration and the writing of our own picture book. So yeah, it went well. I just planned more than we could fit in. And yeah, so like I said, I knew pretty early on that we were going to have to kind of get rid of the chapter book one and really just stretch this out into second semester. So I'm fine with that. They really have a lot of fun with it, and I think they're going to continue to enjoy it as we move into creating their picture book. So that's creative writing. All right, we did so much for an election study. We did the election study that I had planned. Then we also added in Minton Bloom's election study, and other things. Like we still did even more. I think we read some books from the Build Your Libraries election study. There's just a lot. We did a lot. Oh, and we did, I don't have it here. I did a review of it, and I did it in one of my updates, but our Royal Fireworks Press, I need to redo my nails. It's distracting to me, so hopefully it's not also distracting to you. Our problem-based learning unit from Royal Fireworks Press, that was the grade debates. We did that as well. So that was a lot. We did an Edgar Allan Poe and Ravens study in October. We did our Three Pigs stereotyping and bias lesson. That went really, really well. We completed all of that. We did a Mint and Bloom Thanksgiving unit study, and that went really well as well. The only thing, this was my copy, we read the picture book that went with this, and we read one chapter from, I think it was called Braiding Sweetgrass that they recommended. And then the other book, what was it called? It was, oh my gosh, I can't think of the name of it, and I don't see it here. There was another chapter book, and here, it was this colonization, this one by Linda Coombs. We did not finish that. We did a couple chapters, and that was it from that one, but that was fine. There was plenty in this without it, so that went well. We did a couple of the crafts. We did the weaving project, and it went well. I remember we did this page. Yeah, we did this unit, or this little section here. We did these. So, yeah, we did a lot, and that went well. I kind of overplanned unit studies for our first semester, and again, that's something that I'm going to take into account second semester. I just did a lot of overplanning. We also did our Christmas cookie unit study, and that went great. We had so many cookies. We made so many cookies. So that went well. And we did all the math with it too, the Christmas cookie math. The kids planned, I had a project-based learning project for them with it where they planned a cookie swap. I will try, I don't know what pictures I have. If I have some pictures that are appropriate to share, as in they're not showing other people or right up in my kid's face, I will insert them. But that went really well. They planned the party, they made their invitations, they shopped for prizes, all the things. And that was a lot of fun. So we did that. And we also did our close reading Christmas edition. We only made it through, this had both The Gift of the Magi and A Christmas Carol in it. And we did A Christmas Carol, which had 3 readings. So we did that on 3 separate days. And then we just did 1 week of The Gift of the Magi because there weren't enough weeks for us to get it all done, which is fine. We can do The Gift of the Magi next year if I really want to. But I felt like this was a really good, introduction to A Christmas Carol. I had tried to do A Christmas Carol, I think it was last year or the year before. I had a pack I bought from Teachers Pay Teachers. I have a really kind of unique version of the book that I really liked. And we couldn't fit it in. And so I set it aside. But I had looked at doing it this year, and it's a hard read. And I felt like doing this year would possibly be a good lead in to us doing the whole book next year. My kids will be 10 and 13 at that point. We'll see. But I felt like, because this just took 1, 2, 3, Yeah, like these 4 pages of the novel, and that's what you worked with, and you read it 3 different times, and you looked for different things each time. But I thought that this was a good introduction to it, and would kind of maybe pave the path for doing the whole book, maybe next year or in a future year, because I have it, and I have a unit study for it, so we'll see. But that went really well. I'm glad we did it. Let's see. I talked about this. We did, so not on here, but I had added in Grammar Voyage. Is it Grammar Voyage? And so we did, here it is. We did the first section of the book. That's what we finished in our first semester. So let's see. Here we go. Yeah, so we did the first section. We did all of this. So next semester we can focus on the second half of the book. And that went well. We just did it once a week. We finished building language. Again, we did this once a week, and I did this again as a group, and it went well. I'm glad we did it, and yeah, that's done. All right, when we finished our election study, we started our states and regions study. This was something I had put together a couple of years ago, and we didn't do it, and so I pulled it out again this year to do. And so it's been going well. We've been doing mostly 2 states a week, and we just do, this is from, I think, the Waldock Way. So they just do the coloring page, the information, and that kind of stuff. And then we had bought a couple cookbooks to use along with it. We prefer this one, and we have, I think, made recipes from most of the states. There were some weeks we didn't make a recipe. When we finished the Midwest, we did a Midwest meal. This has, in the back, it has a menu like for the whole region. It has individual state recipes in the first half. And then in the back, there's like a menu for the Northeast, Southeast. Then we did here we go. We did the Midwest one, minus the cheese soup. Broccoli casserole, no one liked. The scalloped potatoes were fine. The meatloaf was fine. And the cherry pie was good. So that was kind of fun to do. And we will continue that. It's going fine. So I think that's that. We didn't fit in these 2 books anywhere yet. We were doing the caption-ness cards in the beginning. We were doing like different writing exercises in the mornings. And we did that for a couple of months, but it was just adding too much to our morning. So we did not continue it through the whole school year. All right, I think I talked about everything there. Okay, so that is most everything that we had for family subjects. We also, for my son's state history, we've been doing traveling around the state of Ohio, and we've been scrapbooking as we go. I'm not going to show you in here because I don't have all the personal information blocked off. But we still have like 3 trips to scrapbook, and it's just because I haven't printed the pictures. I don't know why that's such a difficult task to do, but it is. So for the most part, things this first semester went well. Like I said, I had to kind of tweak some things because I overplanned. The area where we mostly fell behind in, though, is our read alouds. I planned way too many, and then I added in more on top of that. And I had morning read aloud like before, like our individual work in school, and then I had evening read aloud, and it was, I don't know who I thought we were, but we don't have a lot of time in the evenings. Our evenings are really difficult, actually, because my husband doesn't get home from work until after 6:30. It doesn't leave a ton of time to do dinner, cleaning up, getting ready for bed, and all of that. So the evening read alouds constantly got got pushed away. Also, I was not in charge of the evening read alouds, and so that was a little difficult too. So we have not yet finished this book. We were supposed to finish it by Christmas break. We have not finished it. And this one, we're not scheduled to finish this one yet, but I'm pretty sure they're behind on this one as well. We did read The Grumpus. I don't think I showed this in a video. I showed it in a gift video because I made a book box for my kids based around this. And there were like 6 different gifts that they opened throughout the book. So we did do that. We did Tristan Strong, and we did Susie B. Won't Back Down. I don't have those in front of me. And then we did tons of other read alouds, like as they were in our unit studies. And so these are all ones that I have scheduled in. I think this was for second semester. This one was one I added. We didn't finish it. This one we were supposed to read and have not. That's second semester. I know this is second semester. I'm not sure about this one. Yeah, so I think this one we haven't finished. These 2 we didn't start. And there's one more. So, I don't know. I don't know what we're going to do. I do know what we're going to do. I'm not going to try to keep us sticking to some very strict read aloud schedule. I'm also in the future not going to plan a ton of read alouds. I think we do better when we do them as things come up, like as we see things that would be interesting, or as we find something that would fit really nice with something we happen to be doing. I think we just do better at them that way. But also, second semester, we are joining a co-op that meets weekly, and it's quite a long drive for us to get there. It's like an hour. So what I'm thinking we're going to do is one of those hours, either the hour there or the hour back, we're going to listen to the audio in the car of some of these. So I think that's going to be my best bet. And yeah, I don't know. This was just definitely an area where we failed, I guess, a little bit. But yeah, I feel like we did well most other places though. So I don't know, I may just be trying to make myself feel better about it, but at any rate, it is what it is. I am trying to go lighter in our second semester on unit studies specifically, and things that take a lot of me outside of my kids' core, because I need to make sure that I'm mentally available for their core stuff too. And when I get kind of burnt out because we're doing so much group work, that then I feel like I can't be the support that I need to be during, like, when things get difficult in their individual work, if that makes any sense. So anyway, I will be making another video soon on our second semester plans. I've talked a little bit about some of it in the update videos. I also shared my 4th graders mid-year update and my 7th graders mid-year update. So check those out if you're interested. If there's anything else that I didn't update on that you're curious about, just let me know down in the comments and I will try to give an update down there. So anyway, I hope this was helpful. I am excited to move on to second semester, learning what I learned first semester. So anyway, if you have any questions, I'll talk to you down in the comments.